Did. Oh, how's it going, everybody? How's it going, guys? I'm chilling here with Ascii.
Yep.
The one and only.
Second time's a charm.
Oh yeah, second time's a charm.
My model is not connected.
All good, all good. You're looking nice and pretty on my stream, so that's all good. We're good. Yo, Straddle, how's it going, man? Welcome.
There we go.
Welcome to all the viewers over with Ascii. How you guys doing? Hope you all doing well. Hope you're all hanging in here. Heck yeah. Also, if you don't mind, could you share your screen for me? For Valorant?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Perfect. That just helps. Me as a coach, I'll share mine to you if you want to put it on the streams that everyone over on your end can see what we're talking about. Just to have it all nice and visualized.
Now it's being captured.
Nice. Cool. Awesome. Perfect. Okay. So hi guys. For those of you who don't know me or Ascii stream, I am Ryujin. I am a Radiant Valorant coach. I've been playing the game for about 2 years now. Or actually 2 years as of like last February or something like that.
Looks at profile immortal.
Yeah, currently immortal. My peak rank in Radiant is number 325. However, my peak placement in the leaderboard was top 8. Before everyone ground to Radiant. So I'm a grinder. Very fun. But yeah, hope you guys are having a good day so far. So for starters, we're just gonna start off by looking at a quick warm-up routine that I like to do. It usually takes about 15 minutes. We're just gonna speed run it and go through everything, why it's good, that sort of stuff. So that way you guys can see how it can help you improve in the long run, as well as how it can help you stay consistent over time. For those of you who don't know, Aim Labs is a free application that you can get on Steam. Costs $0. It's free. Has a lot of really great parts of it that can help you do aim training and stuff, and just overall like general aiming mechanics in the game. If you don't have it, not a big deal. If you want to follow along, you can if you open up Aim Labs. But what I like to start doing is I have a routine that is as follows.
That works.
So I like doing 3 grid shots, which is nice because it keeps it basically trains your muscle movement for quick and concise precision, right? So what you're doing here is you're trying to click as fast as you can on these orbs while keeping it as accurate as possible over a minute period. So I feel like we're just gonna the goal of this is just to get you warmed up, right? So if you're doing this, you can do this as a way to warm up before you play the game, maybe during the game if you're feeling like you aren't warm, or as a way to wake up. I like to recommend to players that are actually like really trying to improve their aiming mechanics is build this into something with your morning routine, right? So if you're trying to start your day off, usually people get up out of bed, eat breakfast, brush their teeth, maybe take a shower. In that routine, because that's something that most people do every single day in the morning, right? If you start your computer up, start up the computer and then do a little aiming routine. The reason why I say to do this is because not only is it a nice way to wake up in the morning, because it'll get your mind working, right? It also help with a good start to your day, right? It can help you improve overall your aiming mechanics in the long run, because it helps with your cognitive skills in memorizing like the muscle memory as you continue to do it. And like I said, it's also just a really good way to start off your day, because when you get up, sometimes you'll be groggy, maybe you need a coffee or something like this, and this can be a way to sort of get your mind working once you're ready to start your day. So I like doing 3 of these grid shot ultimates to help with speed and precision, and then after that I go into something called spider shot, and that's this one here. The same thing, you're trying to keep as accurate as possible, but with this one it's more about flicking, because the idea behind spider shot is it's going to the edge of your screen and then back to the center. something like this.
Okay.
And this will really help with your flicking capabilities, as well as being able to quickly react to new changes in your environment, right?
Yeah.
So let's say you're playing Valorant and you're walking into a site and somebody swings from like the corner of your screen and you can see them. If you do this a lot and you get really good at it, chances are you're going to be able to convert it over to the actual game, and you should be able to over. So this is good warm-up mechanic to get started for that sort of scenario. I like doing 2 or 3 of these because they really help. I don't know, sometimes you never expect how common it is for somebody to be coming out of like the corner of your screen, especially if you're playing
or someone being in a weird off angle.
Yeah. Or let's say you're holding a really common angle and somebody like dashes, like a jet dashes in or a neon slides in. This sort of will really help you react with those sort of scenarios. So
yeah,
I like doing 3 of these, and then we'll go into what's called micro shot. And this one's just for really small micro adjustments, right? It's in the title, micro shot. And this is for, let's say you're playing a lower angle, right? And somebody's head pops up and you want to easily flick over to their head as they're walking by. Just really helps with those small angles. Also helps for long distance things. So for example, if you're playing like Icebox, you're playing that B long area, you want to be able to...
You went for long distance and you picked Icebox and not Breeze?
Well, the reason I picked Icebox and not Breeze is because I'm thinking of a very specific scenario. So you know how at B long,
alright, I guess it's fair.
There's like the walkout, right? There's a spot on B long where you can actually like almost head glitch as a defender, and you can like really be timing them walking out. Or over at A site where you can play on top of nests and look towards belts over at the attacking side of A site. If you play an angle like that where you can only see their head, this sort of mechanics can really help you work towards improving those super fast and small
for
adjustments.
A side, are you referring to the headshot box where you like stand on top of the first layer of it?
No, actually, here I can actually.
They can only see your head from belt.
I have a better angle, so I'll go ahead and actually we can hop in. And this is just because we're on the topic. Might as well convert over to Valorant real quick so we can look at it. And I'll go ahead and disable aim labs for now, and I'll stream you Valorant so that we can see what we're talking about. Okay, it doesn't matter who we choose. We're just gonna do this real quick.
Let's go.
This is a really in my opinion, one of the best spots to play on A site. It gives you a very
no, it's not tapping it.
all good. Nothing like Ian VTubing without scuff, you know?
It does this, and I don't know why.
Stroud, goddamn, you're making me horny. Stop being a good coach. What do you mean? My job.
What the fuck? Why do you do these things?
All Gucci. Your game might have crashed, so if that's the deal, you can just task manager close it.
It probably did.
All good. Not a big deal.
Yes, it's not responding. All right, let me task manager.
All good.
Fast.
No worries. In the meantime, I'll go ahead and stream aim labs again, so that way we can take a look and continue on the warm-up routine. Go back to aim labs. So after spider shot and micro shot, I like doing what's called circle tracking, and this is really good for not just, and by the way, all of these are not exclusively just for Valorant, right? These also can apply to Apex, any FPS shooter that you play, especially the circle track here. The circle track is extraordinarily good for a game like Apex, where you're tracking enemies and there's a longer like time to kill. So essentially all it is you get circles that go around you with changing speed and changing sizes, and they also counter strafe, which makes it really painful. This is probably my least favorite thing to do, but it's the most efficient for trying to get warmed up. This one will really get your blood flowing, as well as help you work on tracking targets.
Yep. It's great for going up against neons, because raise. Those are like the
Absolutely.
two agents that you really need to know tracking.
Absolutely. No, you are 100% correct. So this will really help you with that tracking. Especially because in Valorant, you know, if you're fighting a neon, right, these orbs do counter strafing and stuff, and that's exactly what happens in with that when you're going against a neon. Or maybe if you're playing Apex and somebody's sitting there tap strafing on you, this will really help with following their movement.
It's also dead game, but it is also very important in Overwatch.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I mean, Overwatch is
if you're playing hit scan, you need to know how to track in Overwatch.
Yeah. Overwatch is just the game of breaking your ankles, right? You play somebody like Tracer or something of the sort, holy smokes. I'm sorry, that'll take you out. Takes me out. I'm gonna go ahead and close aim labs because that's the warm-up routine. So I like doing, like I said, 3 good shot ultimate, 3 spider shot ultimate, 3 micro shot ultimate, and then like 1 or 2 circle tracks.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Go ahead and stream Valorant for you so you can see my perspective. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and start. Getting on into Icebox. But yeah, definitely if you're looking to improve, warm-up routines are almost imperative to getting better at the game in overall scene.
Let's go.
They can really help you with, you know, getting warmed up first of all, but it really helps with in the long run keeping you consistent, right? A lot of players that I work with always complain, you know, oh, I feel really good one day, but then the other day I feel so inconsistent, right? Maybe I'll drop 30 one day and the next day I'll drop like 4 or something like that. And there's a lot of reasons behind it, but the biggest thing is how you do your warm-ups, right? Another important thing is physical and mental health, right? If you're not feeling well that day and you try playing, chances are you aren't going to do as well as maybe a day that you're on your A game, right? You're 100% feeling okay, you're in a good mental space, all that sort of stuff. So these things really can affect how you play overall. And I'm kind of a this kind of self-criticizing, but like sleep is also important. I mean, I don't have the best sleep schedule, but very important. All right, so the angle I was telling you about for looking towards belt is this angle over here. So if you come to where I am on top nest, right, there's this really tiny angle right here that you can send over, and
I've never seen that before.
This is very strong angle because you can basically only see people's heads as they walk out. So if you want, you can come over here and switch positions with me. And another really easy thing to make it easier to move around in customs, if you go to escape, go to cheats, and then bind the letter J to ghost, that'll allow you to like fly really fast, so that way you can get over.
I already have ghost binder.
Perfect.
I have it binded to backslash.
Okay, that works. I just find useless keys and then bind it. So
I've literally never seen this angle before.
yes, it is very easy to get into, and it's super good to use. So here, I'll go ahead and swap teams, and I'll turn invulnerability off so that way you can kill me if you want. Go ahead and click my head. You can see how this can be really hard. Now if I walk out, right, so you can't see where I am right now, I'll go back to that headshot angle, and I'll show you. Usually when people play site, right, you'll see them go like this, where they'll come up ramp and they'll just walk out like this. That gives you exactly a really easy spot. Just take the click shot and get them out of there, right? Very good. So that's that first spot. And if you want, yeah, you can come over to, we'll swap sides again. You can see how hard it is to see somebody there. This is one of those things you don't want to play every round, right? Because once you start playing it, they'll start noticing. It's really easy to sort of pre-fire if you're expecting it. But if you're not expecting it, it can put you in a fantastic position to, you know, sort of take people off guard. Love the neon tech. All right, over at B site, we can go to that angle I was talking about. Here, I'll go and swap teams. So this B long area, there's a little tiny trick that I like using when I play this spot.
Yeah, it's like somewhere like around here.
So yeah, if you stand on this little hill here, like right where I am right here on this little tiny edge of the dip, you actually see over this box.
Yeah.
And it makes a very fringed headshot angle, because when I swing like this, it is near impossible to see you. Like, I can just barely see your head. If you just keep going, like, you know, counter strafing AD on that little hill, dipping up and down so I can and can't see you, it gets really broken, right? Because you can take some crazy shots. So there's that. And those are some cheeky little positions that you can get into.
That one I knew.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Jet main, so
Okay.
or Jet is one of my mains. So
Nice. Nice. All right.
I always slash Marshall.
Perfect. Yeah, that spot is so fun. That spot is so fun. Alrighty, so go ahead and leave the oh, you already have, perfect, awesome. And let's go ahead and hop into the practice range. This is the part that I want to really focus on watching your screen. So if you don't mind, feel free to screen share with me again. If you haven't. Nice, perfect.
Hotkey for it.
Nice, okay. We'd love to see it. Alrighty. Now go ahead and put this up on stream. Bam. Awesome. Ooh, okay. Nice, perfect. Okay, so what I want to focus here is go ahead and turn bot armor on. Nice, and then you don't really have to. I would turn strafe off for now. Perfect. And then go ahead and click practice. We're not gonna do start. We're just gonna practice. Perfect. Okay, so in front of you, you've got all the different bots. Oh, they add a little plus and minus. That's nice. So you've got all the bots in front of you. Now the biggest thing I want to focus on here is the normal gunplay mechanics, right? So in Valorant, there are 3 different types of shooting mechanics, or types of shooting styles, I should say. There's tap firing, just pretty basic, just one bullet at a time, really good for long range combatants, and that sort, because it keeps you the most accurate. That's the first style. The second style is burst firing. That's where you shoot like 1 to 3 bullets and like a small burst. And this is the most effective for mid to long range fights because it allows you to really reposition as well as reset your recoil before you take the next shot. So this is the most commonly used version of shooting.
Yep.
And then the last style obviously is, spraying, where you're trying to commit to every fight, right?
Yeah.
So what we're gonna be focusing on here is we're gonna be focusing on burst firing, which is like the 2 to 3 shots in a row. And assuming that you know what this is, do you know what counter strafing is?
Yes.
Okay, do you know how to use it?
Pretty much.
Okay, perfect. So that's what we want to focus. I want to focus on right now. So. Perfect.
All right, let me. I saw this one trick on TikTok.
Oh.
If I, I'll just do this.
Oh, that's smart.
There was they had a better way of doing it where like you timed a brimstone ult.
To get rid of all the bots, or
so
leave one?
There was only one bot.
Yeah, I have seen that. I don't know if that still works anymore. But regardless, what we're gonna do is come over to the middle here. So like find any little spot, and this is probably the hardest thing that you can do in Valorant with gun mechanics. But what I want you to do is isolate on one bot. So let's say for me, I'm looking at this bot right here. I want you just sort of oscillate around it, right? So you're gonna keep your crosshair on its head, keep moving around it, and then whenever you feel like, counter strafe and take it out. Knock. Yo, Straddle, thank you for the redeem. That scared me a little bit. Nice. Perfect. Okay, cool. So you seem to have that under control, which is absolutely what I would hope for. Very good. So in your opinion, what is the one thing that you need to work on right now? I just want to make sure that we have the basics under control. So. What is your biggest weakness?
Probably just consistency.
Okay.
But maybe like. I mean, consistency is probably just the best bet to go off of. I guess my game sense could use a little work as well.
Okay. So game sense, consistency, once again, that is one thing that is really easy to fix. It's just, you know, aim training, you know, good sleep, all that sort of stuff. Staying hydrated, really big one. Making sure that you're hydrated can really help. So always, you know, drinking water and stuff. I think that the other thing that I've known, like, you know, of my time in coaching, the biggest thing to work on with players in, let's say, like the mid-range of like plat to diamond is positioning. Positioning seems to be a really big thing.
That's it. That's it. That's the one.
Okay. So cool. So let's go ahead and we'll really quickly work on that. So let's go ahead and leave the range, and I'll go ahead and toggle your display on stream because we don't need to see it. Perfect. Awesome. Let's go ahead and set this to ascent, and we'll start off the match. Nice.
I think I've definitely been getting better at playing it safer, but I definitely do tend to play on the more aggressive side.
I gotcha. So what we're gonna be looking at here for now is more so along the lines of proper positioning and clearing angles in the right way, right?
Yeah.
So have you ever heard of the term slicing the pie?
Yes.
Okay.
I know that, like, I know that part of, like, peeking an angle.
Not sure if I could catch
Perfect.
if you fell off.
My ult's ready.
I mean,
I try, of course. My ult's ready.
How did we forget this fight?
So that's nice. Okay, so positioning is one of those things that you really have to think of based on what sort of angles you're looking to clear, right? Obviously slicing the pie, good. I see you're doing that right now, so we don't have to go over that. So the biggest thing right now for positioning that you have to think of is it goes sort of in tandem with slicing the pie. So what am I exposed to when I'm peeking certain angles?
Yeah.
So for example, I think the biggest thing that positioning comes into play is more so on the defense, because on the offense, if you're slicing the pie like that, you should have no problem. Especially if, you know, you're doing entry stuff or playing an initiator. What role do you usually play, Ascii?
Mainly, my main role is duelist.
Okay.
But I do tend to fill sentinel or initiator.
Perfect.
The only
Awesome.
one that I don't regularly play is controller.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, controller usually is the one that people least like to play. Mainly because I don't know why it has the stigmatism that's the hardest. It's not the hardest, but
I wouldn't say it's the hardest, but it's like support.
yeah, it is the most
Overwatch
support.
League.
It really is the most support role. That's true. People like to get in there. The controller is usually one that, you know, prioritizes staying alive, that sort of thing.
That's why it's actually, I would say, fairly easy to rank up if you like actually genuinely main controller. It's very easy to get through the lower ranks as it.
Oh, for
because
sure.
a lot of the people that are playing controller in the lower ranks are just filling.
Yeah, absolutely. Alrighty, cool. So as far as positioning goes, with the defense, you know, you want to play in spots that you have the most advantage playing. So usually when playing A site, let's say we play A, as a duelist player, really good coordination is, you know, let's say on ascent, calling for somebody to smoke one way, and playing a angle where you're trying to take fights, right? As a duelist, because you have a really strong kit for getting away, you want to position yourself in these spots that you know, optimize for your kit. So for example, let's say you're playing a controller instead of a duelist. If you're playing a controller instead of a duelist, you're probably gonna want to play more reserved in a spot like maybe Dice here, Gen, Heaven, or maybe even playing Tree, where you can watch both cat and main, right? The reason for this is because your kit is a huge part of stalling, right? You want to keep it so that you can position yourself to stall. Well, in your case, because you're playing a duelist, you want to play in a more aggressive fashion on most rounds, if not all of them. So if we're defending on ascent, you can call, let's say you're have an Omen or a Brim or whatever, you know, have them one way for you. Here, we can go ahead and have this example. So we'll go to Omen, and then
30 seconds left.
there we go.
killed it.
Get back. Well, position yourself in a more of a aggressive style, right? So if you have a one-way like this, you can play off the one-way. That sort of idea. I think another really big part about playing a duelist is understanding your positioning. Not positioning, but playing with others, right? So if you can play with somebody, do you usually duel with somebody when you play rank? No, you don't. You solo queue. Okay, cool.
I do not have a duo.
That is a-okay. No problem with that. And to be fair, I played solo queue all the way up to Radiant as well. So I mean, I completely get it. It's not a common commodity.
I wish I had one.
Yeah. The hardest is finding somebody who has the same motivation, right? As well as the same like ideals and stuff when you're playing. However, if you have random players on your team, the best thing you could try to do is get them to coordinate with you, right? So for example, if you have a controller, say, hey buddy, can you one way for me or whatever, and have them one way. Or in different scenarios, you know, say, hey, can you blind for me? Can you do this? Can you do that? And then work off of them. The second thing is, whenever you're playing, you want to make sure that you have a backup plan for whatever position you get yourself into. So for example, if you're playing a main like this, and you have, let's say, the one way or whatever, and they start compromising your position, obviously getting out is main priority. But what is the next step from there? First of all, communication with the rest of your team is a huge part. So calming and saying, hey, they're pushing A, can we get a smoke? Can we get maybe a rotate from B if we have more players towards B site? So that way you have a you know, easier time holding the enemies back. Secondly is figure out your next angle of like repositioning, right? So if you don't get A main re-smoked, where are you going to?
If I'm all right, so someone's here, I dash away and I would run to up here.
Wait.
And then watch A main.
Is this if you have an op, or is this just in general?
That's if I have an op.
Okay. What if you have a rifle?
If I have a rifle, I'd probably still go to tree, but I wouldn't go all the way, and I'd probably go hide in this corner.
Okay, so one thing that I want to make note of that corner, so first of all, if they happen to, you know, split through cat or something like that, you don't have anybody watching, that's a very volatile spot. Second of all, where you're standing, you can go back. Where you're standing is completely wall-bangable with all, with rifles, mid to heavy penetration. If I'm playing straight on, I can pen this wall pretty much with any gun. So that's just something that you want to take note of whenever you do reposition. You want to make sure that you're not in a spot that is extremely volatile, right? So for here, you can spray through this wall as long as you're head on with pretty much any mid to heavy penetration weapon. If you're playing a heavy penetration weapon, you can pen it with all. In addition to that, you know, chances are they're gonna smoke the door, right? If they're trying to come out, they're gonna smoke this, which could potentially give you another layer of safety. But how are you going to help your team when that happens? So I like doing, as a rule of thumb, whenever I get off site, so let's say I fight them and I'm getting off, I'll usually close the door and break it as I get back, so that way I can reposition to maybe tree, or even if we have somebody playing tree already, I can make it all the way to heaven, right?
All right.
Another thing you can do, because of the way that your dash works, you know, you're fighting, you can dash to the side, right? So let's say you dash over here, throw a smoke on yourself, and then reposition to dice, gen, or even hell. You just want to put yourself in a spot that you have the most safety. And usually gen is probably the harder spot to hold, just because, you know, if they have any form of, you know, grenades or shock darts or something, they can bombard you.
Use it.
Yeah. So getting into a spot like that, the whole idea is you want to make sure that you're safe and you're living as long as you can, so that way you can have the support of your teammates when they're back up. And that's why you play like that. And obviously, depending on the agent kit that you're playing with, it's gonna be different. If you're playing jet and stuff, then you know, you're gonna be playing different than if you're playing Phoenix. Like, for example, if I swing that angle and let's say I'm playing over here, I'm playing here and I'm playing Phoenix, and they start pushing me, I'm not running away. I'm fucking pulling out my flash, blinding no, not even stuck there. I'm blinding them, I'm going back in. Maybe I'll throw a molly over the top to try to burn them as they try to push up. There's a lot of different things you can do, right? So you want to start to think about how your kit reacts and how you can play around your kit depending on this position you're put into. So for example, another good spot to take early pressure on this map, and technically on other maps as well, especially as a jet player, is this middle area, right? On most maps, mid is going to be the most volatile spot for the defense. So playing here with an operator or some other, other rifle is really, really good and can get you into safety. Now, I would suggest doing, because this is like one of the hardest positions to play if you don't have any getaway kit. Now, obviously, once you take a fight, if you need to get out, smokes are the first thing, right? Because those give you cover temporarily to reposition and also can help you get back. But the second thing is, let's say, you're opping. If you're opping gen, instead of going directly to market, try to go straight backwards and get into pizza. Because that'll get you a safe spot again, and then you can reposition. And the reason why you don't want to go straight for market is obviously the top mid area, right? So you want to be careful with that. Do you know another thing? Do you know what to do as jet if you get Sova darted?
Like tagged?
No, not necessarily tagged, but let's say they throw a Sova dart up here, right?
Say there's a dart here, and then get around a corner while
That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. But actually, one of the more optimal situations, it's very interesting the way this works.
No, you would do that.
Yeah, smoke the dart. So actually, this works in pretty much any scenario. Even if you're playing at B site, let's say you're playing at B site, instead of breaking the dart, if you're playing jet, if you can't break it, just throw a smoke on it, because that smoke will actually prevent the dart from tagging anyone. Yeah, scanning anyone. Yeah. Interestingly enough, the timer for the dart longevity is the same time duration as a jet smoke. So if
really? I actually didn't know that.
Yep. So if they throw a Sova dart and you smoke it, it will smoke the entire duration of the dart. In addition to that, the Sova dart works in line of sight based, right? So if the Sova dart scan is coming out and you smoke it right before that scan hits you, it'll actually stop the scan from happening. So I'll go ahead and switch to Sova real quick so you can see that sort of interaction.
30 seconds left.
And we can go back to B site.
Don't forget that.
Wait.
Deep breath.
So you're saying that if the scan is, the circle's already gone out.
Yeah.
If I smoke it off before it hits me. Oh, I need to stand closer.
Okay. Yeah, but not even close. You can go further back because that gives you a better chance. Yeah, if you throw the smoke and you smoke it before that circle hits you, it'll actually stop it from scanning you.
Revealing area.
Really?
Simple, yep. Instead of dodging back, just stand in the open next time.
Revealing area.
Huh.
Yep. And even if it's right on top of you, because it's the dart that you have to worry about.
Scanning ahead.
So that jet smoke will always 100% cover the Sova dart, regardless of where it goes. So let's say if I throw it for, the most default spot on the map, and I throw it for there, that'll stop it from scanning you at all, or any of your teammates if you can get on that mark. And this is commonly used to stop, Sovas from, let's say, breeze. On breeze, depending on your position, breaking it rather than using a smoke is better, right? So for example, if you're on breeze, let's say back pyramids or something, throwing a smoke on that is better because it takes less time for you to get back into the fight and you don't have to worry about it again. Because let's say you start shooting at it, you miss it, well, now you have to worry about them knowing your exact location for that duration of the dart. So just throwing that smoke on it prevents your whole team from getting scanned, and then you can also immediately go back to worrying about the people coming in front of you. Same thing goes with A site. If you're playing like dice or gen, throwing the smoke onto it and then either trying to reposition if they're close enough, or just making sure that it's smoked off so that way you don't get scanned is important, because a lot of Sovas will have like crazy lineups or will land in a spot like that or something like that. If you can just smoke it, it doesn't even matter how long it is, it'll stop it from worrying. Another thing is depending on the distance away from the dart, if they don't hear that smoke, generally people will think that it actually scanned something and clear that area. So let's go to A site. If we go like A site, go to dice, something like that.
Is this dice?
Yeah, it's dice.
Huh. I've never heard it called that.
What do you usually call it?
I would just say box.
I mean,
boxes.
That works.
But I guess that could also be box.
Yeah. So that's why concise callouts are pretty helpful, right? So if yeah, that's it. So if you throw it like that, I could not hear that smoke because of the distance I was. But let's say if I'm not prepared for you to have a jet there, if you throw that smoke or something like that, and I don't hear it, then whoops, that is a bad dart on my part. To me, that just tells me, holy smokes, I'm not a Sofa player, by the way. Oh my god. Oh my god, please. There we go. To me, that's just how bad it is.
That went behind.
Once again, I don't play Sova. But let's say, you know, if I throw it like this, it lands. If you smoke that off and nobody hears it, nobody's within that audible distance, then generally they'll think, oh, you know, we actually got information off. So we'll be able to scan that. So cool. The next thing I want to work on outside of positioning is team coordination with other players. So the biggest way to improve your own, not only your own game, but your team's game, is coordinating with the players around you. So let's say you're at Ascii, right? And for example, you have a Sova, right? If you're gonna play a position that maybe is unorthodox, and you want to worry about, let's say, maybe a Sova drone, so yeah, you can get in that corner. Communicating with your team and being like, hey, can you break my drone? Can you do this or whatever? Is a really good step to getting towards a higher level of play. So that way you can not only prepare yourself, but also work towards catching others off guard, right? So let's say, you know, they drone, you say, hey, can they break their drone before it tags me? You have your player play in a more aggressive position to break it. So that way, A, you're unknown, and B, that way it, you know, can benefit the team's game overall. Other things like this can be used when calling set plays. So for example, if I switch to KO, and this is something I like doing with duelist I play. So I'll say, hey, I'm gonna flash you down mid. Can you go right here down at that mid area on ping? And
are you doing the one where you like throw it through like the tree in guard?
No, not that one, not that one. This is actually a set play that I use in pro play. But this is what we call a tiles push. And usually if you can communicate with your whole team, so let's say here, I'll pause it. So most ideal scenario is that you have an Omen and either a KO or a Breach on this map, which usually you'll have a KO and an Omen on this map. They're pretty much the most meta agents for Ascent, and they can really help with pretty much anything throughout this map. But if you have those agents on your team and the round has ended or started and you want to make this call and you say, hey, I think this will be good, you know, I think they're gonna go B site, and you have that insight that they're gonna go there, you say, okay, let's do this push. So this is what we call a tiles play. Essentially what we have happen is, let's say if we had an Omen, the Omen would blind through B main, and this would shove everyone back towards that B. If they're going B, it would shove everyone back towards that B lobby area and tiles. Now simultaneously while this is happening, your KO will flash in tiles, or Breach will flash tiles, and right off the start of the round, Jet, you would dash down towards that tiles area. So let's go ahead and work it. Now the whole idea is literally holding W key. If your companions know how to throw flashes properly and stuff, this should go like flawlessly. So you're gonna dash out the start of the round towards that tiles area, and I'm gonna get those flashes. Ooh, not dash up draft.
Oh, okay.
So the idea is that the flashes go over and you don't want to get blinded. So just dashing and running up normally. Yep. So let's say we start the round starts. You want to go dash towards tiles, and then I'll flash again. And you just keep going. You just keep going. Nice. Perfect. So the way this works is if let's say your KO is ready, right? The KO flashes over the right side, and that won't blind you as you run up. So anyone within tiles should be blind, as well as anybody towards B main. And then this secondary flash lets you push around this corner, and it will not blind you. So even if you're there, it doesn't matter. Now hypothetically, if you don't get 2 kills, you aren't gonna have that second dash. But plays like these can extraordinarily increase the level of confidence you have, A, and B, make it easier for you to play the game as a duelist, right? Now this is why having a duo can really help, because if you have a duo, it makes it a lot easier.
There's the main one, Omen, Breach.
Oh yeah.
Omen blind, Breach stun, dash out A main up onto the.
Yep. Actually, so have you heard of the streamer Nosy before?
No.
Okay, he's like one of the best breaches in North America, let alone the world. I used to play on a team with him, and the strat that we had, funnily enough, was called the Kentucky Fuckhouse.
I think I've heard of this.
Perfect. Okay, so the idea behind the Kentucky
like,
Fuckhouse.
Astra suck or fade.
No.
Seas, like breach stun. Just literally. Or no, wait, no, I'm thinking of something else.
I like that though. That does sound fun, but no, that's not it. That's not it.
It's like breach stun like this side and open blind like this side or something.
You're getting closer. You're getting closer.
Something.
So the idea is there's no so there's two versions to it. So the full version is when you have breach ult. The idea is that you get a breach here, you omen blind, you breach ult, and then as you dash up, I flash the corner here. Yeah. By the way, with these plays, updrafting is almost never worth it, just because A, the enemy team, even if they're stunned or suppressed, will hear the updraft, but B, because the flashes will blind you for most of these plays. So like gotcha. if I like do this flash, and you can actually, if you look on the map, even if you're over like in the open here, this flash won't blind you as long as you're not on top of that box, because it goes through the corner of the wall. But these sort of plays are really strong in ranked, especially if you have somebody that can play with you, because they can enable your play. So what I want to challenge you to do is sort of do some research into set plays that you can do, and then bring them into competitive and explain them to, let's say, your initiator player. If you have a specific initiator player that you want to work with on your team, and say, hey, can you do this with me? Can you do that with me? Now the reason behind this is in Valorant, solo fights are the one way that you can lose number advantage easily in the game. So by doubling up with somebody, even if they're a stranger, you give yourself not only the player advantage, but also the fighting advantage, because fighting 2-on-1 or 2-on-2 is much easier than fighting 1-on-1, 1-on-2, right? And also guarantees that if your teammate is at a competent level at the same that you are, if you're fighting somebody and you die, that person should be able to trade you regardless of what happens. So
yep,
very cool, very cool. So let's go ahead and take this into some unrated games. Let's go ahead and leave this.
All right,
we'll use what we learned and we'll work on it over, because from what I can tell, from what I've seen, all of your base mechanics are really good. I don't know, I was watching your counter strafing, I was watching your aim earlier when you were shooting me. It's very good. So definitely try, I think this is one of the things that can help you get a next level in your game. Let him hop in. Are you playing this shooter and not Splatoon?
I got to Plateau the other day, but
nice.
Friday morning, I think.
Congratulations.
I think very early Friday morning.
Nice. What was I gonna say? Oh, I think that's another thing is utility usage is the second step that we might want to take a look on, but this is something I'll have to see in game depending on your utility. Because aiming and movement mechanics can only take you so far. In my experience as a coach, I believe that you can make it the max that you can take just using aiming mechanics is plat. I think anywhere past that, if you don't know how to use utility or you don't know how to coordinate and stuff, you're not gonna make it anywhere past that. This is a good chance to take a look at that.
Match found.
See what we can do.
I have said before that gold, silver less so, but there are some silver players that are ridiculous.
Yeah.
They just have absolutely zero game sense.
Yep. Absolutely. Alrighty. I'll just go
Viper
because this is the most default sort of thing. So even as Viper, even as this comp where you're playing Chamber and Viper, I'm just gonna bring you around with me and we'll do set plays, right? Even though we might not have the utility that can advance our gameplay, just running around as a duo and taking fights like that rather than individually one-on-one you'll see the difference. Yeah. It's extraordinarily better. So literally if you find somebody that's chill in your ranked game, on round 1, 2 or whatever, just say, yo, can you just stick with me and run it with me? And it can really help. You're such a good coach. Bach, thank you. You're such a good coach. Bach is one of my coworkers at C9TG. He's a League of Legends coach.
With you, are you actually part of Cloud9?
So technically not anymore. We're now associated with Cloud9.
Okay.
We used to be a worker for Cloud9, but they currently just went through some restructuring. So now instead of being contracted with Cloud9, we're associated with Cloud9.
Gotcha.
So we can say ex Cloud9, but current Cloud9 training grounds. There we go.
Gotcha.
So very fun. But yeah. We're playing against esports.
They all do.
Okay, Cloud9 owns C9TG, but they don't own it 100%. So it's like a
they own some
yeah,
shares.
they own like majority shares, right? There's that. Okay, so we're gonna do some funny plays here. So one of my favorite things that we can do on the defense, especially on this map, is going on the offense on the defense, right? Middle in this map, because Breeze is such a volatile map on the mid area, it's really easy to take advantage of the fact that you can walk down mid and take a lot of space from the enemy team together, right? So what I want you to do is we're gonna just head down elbow and we're gonna try fighting these guys if they get like elbow, and if we don't see anything elbow, we're gonna make our way back towards A. That's already spiked, so let's go back down mid.
Spike down A.
Oh, goodbye.
Enemy spotted A.
All good. And they also push down halls. So as a chamber, do you normally play B site?
I usually try to switch.
Okay, so generally speaking, this map, you almost always want to play A site. It is objectively the better site for the agent because there's a lot of positions that you can get into that can help. It's fine, we should be able to just stick this. It's a lot of really good positions that you can get into that can help. As well as putting yourself in spots that can make it so that you can TP really easily and get out. On top of that, the reason why you want to play A site mostly is because tripping that whole area gives yourself a massive advantage on the defense. Because this hall spot is very, very hard to watch, and it's very hard to you know, combat because you have to take fights constantly to control this area.
Do I do it pre-round or wait
pre-round?
for the round to start?
So it depends on the round. So if you want to, if you aren't worried about them pushing down halls as much as you are like normally, what you can do is just do a pre-round trip, and then we can go back towards A site, right? Where we can just, you know, take here and get ready to fight, you know, with their TPs. But if you are worried about them taking halls control and opening the door, then post round, like as soon as the round starts, placing your trip in this corner can give yourself that advantage. So it looks like they're going B sites. We're gonna go ahead and work this way. Ooh, I pulled out my smoke. So there's one mid. She dashed mid doors, but that's Spike.
Down B.
Spike spotted B.
She could technically,
One
behind you.
enemy remaining.
Last one's in spawn coming behind you guys.
CT.
Where are you?
Nice, well played.
For differences.
So let's go ahead and we're gonna go do another mid play like we did that first round. I want you just trip halls pre-round, and then we're gonna have you drop down mid with me, and we're gonna take some fights.
From doors or
from nest. So generally doors is one of those positions where, you know, as chamber, if you want to do a solo play, that is the perfect spot to play, right? Because you can, if you have op, if you have guardian, you can easily just swing out, click somebody TP away. But if you want to do a set play, usually you want to take elbow control. This is an easier spot for us to take. We can also just worry about that. So from that KO dart, we can expect them to go A. We see the players in halls. Just go ahead and run up. They don't have anybody mid, assuming from what we just saw. So they broke your trip.
Destroyed trip halls.
Yep. Oh wow, I got rolled.
Last player standing.
The breach was in cleavage.
Oh shit.
Breach flashes are so dumb, man. That was even on your screen. Oh my god. Oh well, indeed.
Sorry, it was a bonus round.
Exactly. All right. So go ahead. We're gonna have you trip halls again. This time, we're gonna do something. All right. No, you can do it pre-round. That's fine. Because I'm gonna put my Viper wall like this, so that way that they have to walk through a screen. It's technically a disadvantage, but we're gonna get a little aggressive here. So yeah, actually recall your TP and place it on the like thing right there behind you. There. I'll throw my smoke, and now place your TP. Okay, never mind. It's a little late. They're going the opposite site. It's okay. We can get orb control. Don't TP. Oh, okay. That's fine.
Oh, unlucky.
Unlucky. So one of the things that I think you need to would be good to work on in these scenarios is make sure you stick with me, right? So now I'm gonna regroup with you, so that way we have player advantage and numbers advantage in a fight. We don't necessarily have to walk because I already know where we are. I'm gonna smoke off main once that goes away. Left's dead.
Last player standing.
All good, all good. 62 Viper on ladder. Yeah.
Ryujin, are you radiant?
Maybe.
Why the fuck are you man-rated?
I am hanging out with a homie.
Who is the homie? Who's the homie here?
So it's our chamber. Say hi, homie. Say hi, homie. Oh, it's Ascii. It's like Ascii values, you know, if you do any coding.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Yeah, a pretty cool
I
name,
code all
right,
the
dude?
time.
Cool name.
shit.
Right?
I code all
Someone
the time,
knows.
yeah.
I'm telling you, bro, it's a cool name. They're going up holes, rushing holes. All right, now watch this. We're
You're
gonna,
going up balls? Go.
yeah.
Does that go through the door?
It's
Or did you
not.
open it?
I just
Okay.
opened the door, but it gives us an advantage in these sticky situations, right? Maybe a breach will walk through and give me a free gun. Yoink. And now we can drop it because they're leaving. So the Viper threw that from mid doors. Can you look towards bridge? Yeah. That's fine.
Spike
That's fine to be.
planted.
Welcome to my world.
Alrighty.
One enemy remaining.
Alright, so the Viper's gonna be in her ult.
Yep.
If she leaves it, she's troll. Oh, that's a bad ult. I'll throw a wall like this.
Toxins going up.
Alright, I'm gonna head in the left side. You head in the right side, and she's playing ladder. She's playing back here. Ladder.
Oh, alright.
Go. Perfect. Well done.
Toxin screen
Well done. Well
down.
done. So in that situation, yeah, timing on those retakes is like key, right? So we knew the Viper's in the ult. So if I head in one side at the same time you head in the other side, hypothetically that should pinpoint where she is. I think the biggest part about playing Valorant at a high level is simply using your brain. All it is. It's thinking more and like worrying less about your aim duels, more about like how you can outbrain your opponent, right? So this round I want you to post plant the trip. So set your TP right here and here, so that way you can just TP back if you need to. Probably shouldn't, but just walk up, place it in the corner over there. No, not that corner. That's a little late. But
shit,
yeah, you want it inside. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. Alright, follow me. We're gonna.
I was like, why do I need a TP to place it for doors?
Yeah, all good, all good. We're gonna help our Sage here. This wall's gonna go down in a second. We're just gonna like 2-man, 3-man fight them. Ready? Three. Putting wall down.
Toxin screen down.
And we fight. Nice. I'm telling you, man, you are aiming god. Holy shit. Alright, follow me. They smoked. They're gonna be an elbow. They're gonna be an elbow. That's where that Viper was. On a mid. You can spray through this wall here.
One enemy
I got him.
remaining.
Bro, you're actually so good. You don't even need me. Hello? Oh my god, that was full blind.
I heard. I don't know if it was. Oh, it wasn't fake. He's doors.
Now that
Like
was a
teleport.
real, I think. Yeah. Oh no, he didn't. That's fake. Bro, you're just better. I don't even need to be here. Bye. Good night. End stream. No, I'm just kidding. But you see how much easier that is when you're walking around with somebody else rather than trying to take a solo
Yeah.
fight. It can really help because like right there, obviously I took that solo fight. I died, but because you were there, you got that trade easy 1-to-1, and we ended up winning the round with that player advantage. Oh no, I can buy you. Can you buy me,
Have
Ascii?
funds to spare? Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Alright, so they're coming A. Can you come over to me? There's one bricks right now. Got her.
Down.
They're already out as well.
Poison's off.
That was a
Alright,
fake
come
TP.
to the right side here. This wall's gonna go down. I want you to fight with me. Did they open hole? No, we open hole. Okay. One. Alright, I'm gonna swing this corner. Oh, he's back there. He be behind us. Nice.
3 down.
Right here, right here.
Jen.
One enemy remaining.
Let's go.
Spike down A.
Oh, I
Nice.
saw your ace.
Hey, it's
I
all
saw
good.
your ace.
It's all good. It's all good.
Hey, it's the homie though.
It is the homie. It's the homie. That's what I'm saying.
Chambers the homie.
That's what I'm saying, man. He is the homie. Well, Ascii's a homie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. So doing something like this where I just, you know, I mean, obviously it's harder when you don't know the person, right? You have if you have random people, it's like, okay, this gonna be hard. But if you can tag team and just make calls to, you know, do this, do that. Hopefully they don't think you're bossy. Yeah, you want to end the corner there. The only thing you want to be careful when doing something like that is they can see where you throw it from.
Yeah.
Toxin's failing.
Ah. Breach hit 120 halls.
They actually got it. Wow.
Oh, I didn't realize that they made that change already. I knew they
Yeah.
were planning to.
Last player standing.
Oh, fuck me, man!
You got hit with everything.
I literally got hit with everything. Holy shit.
Jen, are you okay?
I'm good. I'm good. Bro, I got blinded by 4 flashes. The Yoru flash. That fake TP'd on. Oh my god. It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah. It's all good. All good.
All good. All good. All good. That was funny. That was funny. So, ooh, you're gonna play that to me. So I'd be careful because the KO's probably gonna knife. If they come here. If they don't knife, then they're gonna go B. Yeah, they're gonna go B.
Toxins going up.
Grounded.
I think, okay, or Judge just gotta kill it.
Gun here.
Toxin screen down.
Spike
Backside.
planted.
Alrighty.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, good trade, good trade. Last one teleported back to McDonald's.
Last player standing.
McDonald's.
Who's next?
Got it.
Stick it, stick it.
Backside.
This is nothing.
Alright, so in this situation, by the way, when he TP's back like that, okay,
He just
he
got
got
that
it, he got
TPs.
it. Yeah, when that guy re-TPs, try to like wrap him as far around the corner of the pillar and just
There you
start
go.
trying to stick it again. Is that like, so like
they
you
did
saw
do
the
that at first, but they just tapped it.
Yeah, they did tap it, but if he had stuck it, because the chance of that guy actually trying to re-swing, especially when he starts spraying through the wall, when he starts spraying through the wall, that's a dead giveaway. He's not gonna try coming to fight, right?
Yeah.
So if you know that he's gonna just sit there and spray, that's just a free defuse, especially if you aren't getting shot through the wall, because that guy
I'm
didn't.
coming for you, Sabine.
He probably pings like the far right or something like that, and then just started spraying, and obviously it didn't work out.
Poison
I with that.
Poison's off.
Pushing halls, it sounds. Mid doors.
Poison orb.
Watch my doors. Just be careful, man. Yours still main. Beat out. Going behind
Oh,
him.
that was your Discord stream. I was like, a chick behind me.
Oh yeah, sorry. I muted
alright.
yours. So. Oh, Autumn, how's it going? Hello, hello. So what I mean.
Poison orb emitting. Poison's off.
One enemy remaining.
Last one's
Spike down
cave.
A.
Like A main.
30
He
seconds
went
left.
up. He's halls. He's halls. He's still in halls.
Raise bridge.
Poison orb emitting.
Oh, she came back from.
Left.
She has no time to defuse. You guys can just save if you want. She's A main behind you.
He on it.
Together,
Nice.
we will bury them under their transgression.
Nice. I gotta say, I think by far, for the rank you are, I think you have the best aim out of anyone I've ever worked with for the rank you are.
Thanks.
You're welcome. I think that you just gotta to work on, you know, the small subtle things, and then work on, you know, obviously grinding, you know, playing the game.
Yeah.
And I think you'll rank up in no time.
Get out of my way.
Diamond for sure, ascendant to possibility even this season. If you just, you know, stick your head to it.
Leave us.
like, bro, nobody just shoots a jet out of midair. I'm sorry.
I mean, I literally have, free killed
Breach
gun.
killed.
I've got your mid. Don't worry about it. See, in a situation like this, if it's 2v3, you want to group up and play your. Oh, both there.
Oh shit. I do need to get better with
Player standing.
107 on your. They're both elbow. You do gotta get better at what?
One enemy remaining.
what's it called? The headhunter.
Oh, I think so. With like single shot guns like that, where it's, you know, semi-action.
30 seconds left.
I think the biggest thing that I can suggest is just patience, right?
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing with opping. When you're opping,
Spike
it's all about
planted.
patience. You know, you gotta make sure you line up your shot and then click. Because I think the biggest thing, people they both saw each other and TNT. They both are looking at each other. That's just like one of the things that you gotta like
Last
focus
round
on.
before the switch.
Yeah.
Taking your time, making sure you hit those shots, and that's why aim training and stuff like that really helps, because it's all
Yeah.
about, you know, focusing on those small things, especially.
It's more just that I don't have as much experience as Chamber compared
Gotcha.
to Jet.
I mean, yeah. I mean, still, same thing goes with the
I
sheriff.
mean,
You
it's
know.
Jet. It's yeah. I was thinking more Jet knives, but
Oh, perfect. That's also true. Except jet knives, you can spam out more. They have
Yeah.
a higher fire rate than others. You're so close to ranking up to diamond, but platformers are so 50-50. It's very true. Platformers are very 50-50, and that's why that rank is very hard to get out of. If you can get out of it, it's good. It's good. Got those molly lineups.
Spike planted.
Oh my god, I just got running and gun. Nice. Good luck.
Last player standing.
And TNT. Another thing I think that you can work on, just from what I saw there, try to focus on keeping your aim at crosshair level for what's directly in front of you. So like before that Viper wall went down, you were aiming lower as if you were gonna be aiming towards the backside where KO was. But there still could have been someone that swung you close on that Viper wall. So you want to make sure that you keep your aim, your crosshair at that head level until you absolutely have to change it.
It's the spike now.
I got it, no worries.
What's the best? What would you say is the best chamber trip? Because I like to put it there to watch mid flank, but
So it depends on if you go
halls-
halls or not. If you don't go halls, then placing it right here is the best.
They are mine.
So for example, this round we're gonna go halls. You're gonna go halls with me.
Poison orb
I
emitting.
really fucked up my molly, but it's okay because
Poison's off.
the breach is pushing. He's close right. Definitely has a flash. Okay, he's out. Run up. Or help this guy.
One down.
These doors right here. I want to throw a smoke.
Poison orb emitting.
Reloading.
Don't try not to play solo.
Spike planted.
You're in a good spot though. I'm gonna swing off contact.
Poison orb emitting.
They're flanking.
hall.
They're flanking. One bridge. Viper bridge.
One enemy
Alright, last one
remaining.
flank. He's bricks right now. Nice, well played.
That's going to be the scar.
Reloading. What will it be this time? Have any patterns emerged?
Well played. Also, just a suggestion. Guardian is really good, right? That like really good weapon. If you can buy it, perfect. But because we're going into what's called an anti-eco round, yeah, we're going into anti-eco. I think that usually for rounds like these, the bulldog is actually, unless you're trying to take those really long fights, the bulldog's better just because of the higher fire rate.
Yeah.
Toxins going up.
Oh, I'm a Guardian gamer.
Oh no, trust me, it's honestly one of the best guns in the game, especially on eco rounds. Wall's going down. Nice.
Viper's mid.
Toxins going up.
Flank.
Flanking, yep.
Could you drop your wall?
Toxin screen down.
Nobody's flanking. I'll make sure I get this line up right.
One enemy remaining.
You did not get that lineup right.
No,
That
it
one
was
was
the
right.
second one, yeah, no. I wanted to see where the first one landed. It was limit testing. Damn. Oh, he's a phantom. Wait, why does he have a phantom?
Probably, he might have picked it up off of someone.
No, because we only just lost Fade. Or maybe, no, maybe we did lose it on Jet, I guess. I don't know. That's hard to tell. Hard to tell.
Yeah.
I wish people they gave Chambers second trip back. Yeah, people sleep on the Guardian a little too much. No, I agree. And yeah, the second trip would be OP. It would be too broken. Chambers too broken right now. Everyone's playing ladder.
Toxins going up.
Oh,
Oh shit.
I looked back for the Yoru TP because he's gonna TP behind you guys probably.
Reloading.
Spike down B.
Remember, they have no audio. You can just run up on League Green.
I got the spike. We found one.
You're already TP'd away.
Yours in
Flank.
Yours flank.
What the fuck? Why is the brimstone looking?
Give me the bomb.
That's unlucky.
That is
I flicked
unlucky.
Spikes here.
I flicked too far.
All good.
I got the spike.
Let's see about the new bundle. Of course, I bought the new bundle. It's so good. It's so good.
One
good.
enemy remaining.
Where are you?
Marked one.
Doors trolling.
Good rotate.
30 seconds
Oh,
left.
I can rotate.
This is bad. This is a bad choice. A bad decision.
I just stick to rotate.
Nah, it's
maybe.
too late. He doesn't have time to. He doesn't have time to.
True.
So
If it was any other map but Breeze.
yeah. Dang. Gotta
10
support the
seconds
boys
left.
to go champions. Exactly. Gotta support the exit homies.
I think good thing the Yoru fell for it though.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, this map's really hard to TP on.
Where are you?
The Fade already had advantage by having him tagged, so I mean, she should have probably just stayed and tried to fight him, but no, it worked in the end.
Yeah.
It worked.
No charges.
Nice. Well played.
Can't kill a nightmare.
It seems these strangers want me dead.
Nice.
Yeah, they're not the first.
They're not the first.
Here we go. Is any of us going halls?
Yeah, actually, I want you to come halls with me. One second.
Oh,
Yeah. All good. I said 1 second, because I want to throw the smoke.
oh, I didn't hear you.
Oh, Coochie.
I couldn't hear you over the breach.
All good. No worries.
Spike down A.
Poison's off.
Oh my god. I was not looking at my
Last
crosshair.
player standing.
What?
Reels on site.
Do you have any tips on how to stay more consistent with aims? Actually, at the start of the stream, we were actually just talking about that. So the biggest thing I can say is do aim training, right? Open aim labs and do an aim routine every single day when you wake up. After you brush your teeth, if you're a little bit feeling awake, do an aim routine. You want to also do it when you warm up. The idea is you want to do 3 grid shot,
There must have been one health.
3 spider shot,
'Cause you also
3
shot them
micro shot, and
a
then
little bit.
3
Probably best to play as a team.
circle tracks. I can show you that again at the end of stream. Yeah, I hit them 35, but I literally was looking at my chat and then I saw them on the corner of my eye. I was like, oh fuck, I'm dead. All good.
Good points off my ult.
So for B site, trip elbow always try to trip like right there. Go through the wall.
Okay.
That's the enemy's judge.
Spike carrier kill.
Spike down mid.
I hate breach.
Toxin screen down.
There's one flanking A. Thought I heard someone flanking A. No wait, that's both of them over at something.
Toxins going up.
Last player
Yeah, that
standing.
really
One
blows.
enemy
Okay, I can see
remaining.
why it's called ladder. I didn't realize it was a ladder in that corner. I never really noticed that.
Yeah, it's called ladder because of the ladder, which is very funny. I only found that out recently too, because usually I thought it was like, oh, it's ladder because it's something they scale up, right? Because they go up it.
Yeah.
It's not. It's because there's an actual ladder there. I was like, oh, it's got a big brain.
I remember I was playing with Messi the other day, and he's like, he was just watching me while I played. And he's like, why is that called McDonald's? And I just turned around and looked at it. He's like, oh,
It's an M.
yep.
Please do not mistake
Yeah,
my smile.
the normal name is Arches, but it's been so normalized as McDonald's now because of pro play casting. As the
Yeah.
casters are like, McDonald's, that's funny. They're like, and it's stuck. But Yeah, Arches, McDonald's, same thing.
Bro, you got their Viper. You got an assist on their Viper because they were too distracted by the Radiant gun, buddy.
Wait, actually, did they say that in chat?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really funny. We got enemy team chat off, so I don't. Oh my god, I really dislike this breach.
Yeah.
I'm so blind. Oh my god, it's in the open. Holy shit. Okay.
Toxins going up. Poison orb emitted.
One's gonna be on the left there, remember? Oh my god, never mind. Okay, mid doors.
Mid.
Oh, that's unlucky. I
It
had
is
142. Viper's hit
Backside
142.
mid doors.
One enemy remaining.
She's one health mid doors.
Last player standing.
Ooh.
That's not mid doors.
Spike
Sage.
down A.
Where are you?
Breaches do be pretty annoying. I love Breach. Honestly, one of my favorite characters.
I hate Breach.
I have the spike.
Nice. Breach is so fun. Breach is so much fun, especially because playing with a
Match
duelist. Because I'll duo with Miyu. She plays the duelist, right? If I can, I usually can't because people don't play smokes. But if I can play Breach, oh my god, such a fun kick, especially on Fracture. Like, okay, follow me. We're gonna do this, and then we just run them.
Oh yeah, I saw a Viper setup for B on Fracture, and it is the most nerdiest thing I've ever seen.
Is it the one with the smoke in the corner? I saw on Domo's Discord server.
The one where the smoke is just sitting up inside the moss.
Yep.
It's the nerdiest thing I've ever seen.
Poison orb emitting. Poison's off. Toxins going up. Don't get in my way. Toxin screen down. There.
Flank.
One enemy
This is mid
remaining.
doors. There he is. I saw him on the mini map. I was like,
Good job,
where?
Vision.
GG's.
Homie Chamber, Ascii's.
I used the ult that wins fights.
The ult that wins fight. Exactly. Boom. Alrighty. Alright, let's do one more. Boom. Hopefully we get Ascent, and then I can play KO and you can play Jet. It'll be fun. It'll be good. It'll be good. Wait, did my music stop playing? Oh my god, I've been playing music this whole time.
I feel that there's like a specific playlist of like Pokemon music that I listen to, and I always forget it's playing because I just leave it on mid-game.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the game's over, I'm like, it is unusually quiet.
Yeah. See, for me, I mute the music for myself, but it's just something like so there's background noise for the viewers, right? Because sometimes I'll be playing, I'll be sitting there, I was like, damn, it's really quiet. For angle holding. Exactly. It's like, yeah, I'm holding this long angle, and it's just quite literally like me not saying anything, nobody on my team say anything, and like silence because there's no music. I'm like, oh, all right, hold on. Alrighty. Yeah, go and lock it in. I'll go ahead and play Breach because Breach is fun.
I saw a nerdy Viper wall for B long. I think it's B. The long, not the
this game, Valorant, is just finding all the nerds in one video game.
Really, like, it was basically just like you threw your wall on a, you know, on Belong where there's like the little divot in the wall that you can't like really fully hide in, but it's there.
Yeah.
They made their Viper wall, so like barely block it off, so they could hide in it if they weren't looking like at the wall.
Oh my god.
Viper players are the biggest nerds I've ever seen.
Yeah, sorry.
You guys find the rattiest shit.
We do. I found a Viper roll yesterday on in comp on Fracture that covers the entirety of B site as well as all of tower.
What?
So it covers the entire spike plant area as well as tower. It's
like
so
all of tower?
all of tower all the way to the back side.
How?
So you stand in tower, and you know how they, like there's like the stairs going down towards site. If you throw it at this like a specific angle towards site from tower, like on the stairs, it goes down the stairs all the way, covers the entire site, and goes all the way behind you.
That is ridiculous.
It was very, very funny. Very funny. By the way, best neon loadout personally, because you're gonna be running and stuff. Light armor classic double stun. It's broken because you've got the armor. If you stun them, you can just slide up and right click them. Plus, I'm gonna be doing some devilish stuff on them, so. They're going here.
Oh, that.
Okay, they aren't going here. They're going B. It's from the sheer silence.
They don't. That race doesn't know. That race doesn't know.
She's like being. I'm so smart, guys. They have no idea.
They're probably just AFK.
Probably. Starting in the left side. Oh, good luck. Flashing. Full blind.
Spike down B. Reloading. One enemy remaining.
Nice. You see what I mean? Like, even though you took damage, you didn't die. It's really good.
Oh, there was another Spectrum Classic Smooch. Whatever, it's fine. I picked a glitch pop. So.
Oh. Alright, now it is time to Spectre run it down. Or if you want, you can be even gross earned by like a judge or something. Ryujin D's nuts. I am Ryujin D's nuts. How you doing, Bob?
So I guess I bounced my stun off the because it's still angled towards this.
Yeah. Okay, they're close.
Right there.
I'm gonna break that. I broke it, and now I'm gonna flashing. We go. I'm gonna flash again. Ready? Flashing. Keep going. Over here. The smoke. Keep going. Yeah!
Eco frags.
Woo! Once again, breaches. I blinded 4 of them on that first flash, and you stunned them. They were so just stuck between a rock and a hard place for real. So funny. Alright, this time I'm just gonna stun it off rip so we can take some early space. Just run up. I'm gonna drop orb. Okay, so this guy, he's gonna come back and fight us. Nice. I'm flashing here. Come on. I'm flashing the guy in spawn. There's also one in window. Blinded. Nice. We both got ours.
Spike down.
Come.
Oh shit.
Oh man, it's okay. 35 on art. It's the last one. Good stun. Could flank you, technically. Oh no. Nice. You see how fun this is? See how easy it is? Oh my god. I mean, obviously this isn't ranked and stuff, but
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it still has MMR a little bit.
Technically, yeah. But still, you know, it's It's so funny. It's so funny.
I'm out of here.
Turret out.
That Ray still nearly killed me. They got 3 body shots.
All good, all good. I got dinked by a Vandal, so I mean, can't really say much. Go forward. I'll hold. Spike, you drop spike here. We don't want to push up to okay, because they can sit behind the spike wall, right? Nice, good trade, good trade.
I'm not really a Phantom guy, but Champions 2022 skin.
True. Plus, you know, Neon. Neon's like the most broken Phantom user in the game. They went into mid connector too, right? Oh, there's 2. Fuck.
Did not check that corner.
Yeah, that's all good, all good. I mean, I couldn't have said that. Stuck between a Bach and a hard place. So true. Bach,
Yep.
your genius level puns are I can't make them up on the spot like that. You know what's funny? They crouched before shooting.
Oh yeah, the crouching's the new meta.
Oh, I see, I see. Oh.
Because people have gotten, especially in high, it's not really in lower ranks because people don't know how to hit headshots, but in higher ranks, crouching's the new meta because they only aim for the head anyways. So you crouch under the headshot.
Yes, but
it's risky because if they're not aiming for the head, you just crouch into the headshot.
So crouching, it's never not been good. The thing is how you use it is what determines whether it's good or not. If you hold crouch and shoot, you're trolling. But if you let's say are dancing with somebody and eventually, you know, just tap crouch once or twice, then that's fine. Definitely one mid. Joyce, hold me. We can just run here. Chamber's dead as well.
Spike planted.
Just say, give me 1 second.
That's why I hate Phantom.
No, she's bottom side. Fuck me. Oh man.
That was Vandal there? That Raze would be dead.
Alright, now this is where we switch up. We're going, you know, A, man, B. That's fine. Gaslight, keep girl boss.
Oh, I took my DPI. That nearly was bad. Oh wait, I wanted that. Because I'm 1 off.
Can you give me your gun then? Can you trade me? Alright, follow me. You're gonna no, come this way. Because I was gonna have you come on my side, but it's okay. I had to break the trip. Because if you came my way, we could have just walled the trip off. I'm flashing him. Flashing. Oh, he's blind. Run on him. He's old. Ooh, this movement.
Okay.
Oh.
Goodbye, ult.
Goodbye, ult. All good.
I meant to backslide there.
Yeah, all good. The 1 round we aren't A side to go, eh? I'll just use Vandal the rest of the game and they'll be like, where'd the rating buddy go? What happened? It's fine, we're gonna eco gear. Nice shot. Good for that gun. All right, we're gonna double flank. You want to stun them? Stunning? Run. Oh, I hit the trip. Okay, I'm flashing for you. Flash. Nice. Flashing again. It's okay. It's okay. I'm flashing again. Flashing.
I'm blind again.
We're both blind. All blind.
I got blinded by the.
It's okay. They're both there.
Oh shit! I got destroyed.
Catch them.
Nice.
You did better.
I re-equipped the Prime after. This is my first time using Prime in a while.
I like Prime.
Forgot how saucy Prime was.
It's so saucy. I was using Blue Prime with the right buddy earlier. Oh, it's so saucy.
Cause lately I've been using Champions and Sentinels of Light.
Ooh, okay.
Which
Both are good.
and Champions has been failing me lately, so I switched to back to Sentinels of Light. Ooh, amen.
Oh my god, while I'm running. 97 on the jet. Fade in the jet, we're mid.
Oh, unlucky.
Oh, Gucci.
I mean, that was a risky one. I should have faked it, but. Fade is art. Or not fade, raised.
Last player standing.
Oh!
Someone's water.
Oh, Gucci.
You probably chamber. Should have said chamber's water.
Remember, bullets hurt.
I don't know. I don't think I got the orb. I think I died before I got it.
All good. Going A main. This is bad. We used to be A main all the time. What happened? Why are they going A main?
They knew we would rotate.
They knew. They're like, these guys. These devilish dogs. I'll buy a shorty.
That's unlucky. Oh shit, I didn't even see him up there. Oh, they went that spot you're not supposed to go on attack.
Spike down mid.
They went to mid doors.
Oh, he's washing it still? Why? I got with the gun I came for. Mid doors is like one of the hardest places to attack. I don't
People think I guess people like to attack it, but it is like it is literally a death trap.
The thing is that it's really good if you can get under your control, but if you can't, it's very hard to play around.
I mean, it literally starts in defense's control.
One enemy remaining. 30 seconds left.
You will. This poor Jet. This poor Jet. This poor Jet.
So funny. Oh really? Goodbye. Why does it say I dazed 4 enemies with my ult? What? Oh, because all the dead bodies, I guess. I don't know. That's bugged.
Does it work like that?
I don't know. It says enemy dazed 4. There's only 1 person alive. I don't know. There's like 4 bodies there, but.
Get out of my way. Stop it.
I'm flashing.
I got right clicked.
Aw, fuck me, dude. The eye was good. I ran out of ammo. Hi.
One enemy remaining.
Oh! That's Spike?
Okay,
Okay, Kimetsu's feeling himself. Off, Fade. Holy.
Teşekkürler. Thank you.
Teşekkürler, thank you.
Oh,
GG's.
Defenders win.
Fade kind of went ham.
that's crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Whew. Whew. Nice. Oh, cool. Yeah, so that's what I would suggest to work on. Work on aim training. I mean, obviously your aim's really good, but just, you know, keep it consistent.
Consistency. Yep.
And then I think second of all, utility usage. I think one of the things I noticed when you were playing chamber is like figuring out where to place your trips and stuff was one of the things that I think that you should definitely put some more thought into. Like think about, okay, why am I placing this utility here and what does it cover? So like on Breeze, you know, you placed it that one round accidentally behind the door, right? I mean, obviously that's an accident, but the reasoning behind placing it in the corner, right? Okay, why do we place it on the corner?
Them from getting up to the lever.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. And then versus, let's say on the attack, why do we place it in the hallway rather than like that open spot? And, you know, obviously the one prevents the flank and then the other one prevents the hall push as well. So yeah, just thinking more about utility usage and I think you'll be golden. Not golden, diamond. There we go. Golden isn't like the
D rank here.
No, golden isn't
That's
like
what I
the
asked for.
as in the nice, you did great play.
No.
No, that's funny.
Shop reset in 12 minutes.
Oh. Nice.
12 minutes.
Are you gonna keep streaming after this?
Yeah, probably.
Perfect. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and read. Right.
Gamer. The gamer title.
Flash raid. Ascii. No. Am I typing this wrong?
I still need to upgrade Elder Flame. I think I also have Glitch Pop. Yeah, I do have the Glitch Pop Classic. I forgot I bought it, but I don't have it upgraded at all yet.
Gotcha. Glitch Pop Classics. Bam. There we go. This target channel only allows in-network raids. Well,
what's up?
Does it you only allow in-network raids?
I don't. What does that mean?
I don't know. I'm gonna try again.
What's your Twitch channel name?
Only allows in-network. Oh,
I might, because maybe it's like I need to be following you or something.
Maybe you need to be following me, I guess.
DM me your Twitch.
Yeah. That's really weird. I've never seen that before.
I might have turned it on back when the like the bot rate, like the hate raids were happening, and then just completely forgot about it.
Right. Forgot that was a thing. I mean, I shouldn't have forgotten, but I definitely forgot. Fortunately enough, I never got hate rated, so W.
Me either.
That's good. That is good. There we go. Right. Now let's see. What do you know? It works. That's
wow.
crazy. Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow. What a wild concept.
I didn't really have to worry about it because my mod is Giga Chad mod.
You love to see it. All right, guys, we're gonna head over to Ascii's channel. Thank you all so much for dropping by. I hope you'll enjoy the rest of your days. If you have emails, please use these. If you don't, feel free to use those. I'll see you all later. Have a good one, guys. Peace.